Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorns, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
Today we'll be talking with a gentleman that has raised Longhorns for over 20 years. He used to be a professional fisherman. He's very good at finding arrowheads. He hosted 4 sales a year for 3 sales in a row. One of those was a sale he hosted at his own ranch. He's won over 103 Horn Showcase bronzes over the years. He's guided and sold hunts for over 20 years. And he's held 2 world records in hunting and still holds one of those in all country, all classes with the Scimitar Horned Oryx that he shot in 2001. So let's bring him in. Welcome, Rick. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. Got a good chilly day to talk about something.
You do. You're one of the lucky few, it looks like, that has electricity in the background. That's
thank God for little favors.
Yeah, right. So today we're going to talk about the cattle baron sale. Do you want to tell us the date and the new location?
Yes, March 5th and 6th. The Winchester Futurity is the 5th. The sale is the 6th. It's a Friday, Saturday. Location is Bryan, Texas. We're at the Brazos Livestock Commission. Have a great facility. It's an old facility, wooden pens on the edge of College Station on the north side of Bryan, and they're set up and ready for us. It's going to be good.
Awesome. So what time does the futurity start on Friday?
We're going to start it at noon time. We're getting animals in late Thursday and Friday morning, and get the futurity going at noontime Friday.
Okay. And then if I remember right, in the past you've had a breakfast. Is that only on Saturday?
We have breakfast stuff both days. Like donuts and coffee, as well as some breakfast tacos one day, and there's a cafe at the sale barn, a fully functional cafe that's part of the facility. So we're in good shape for meals, hors d'oeuvres, breakfast, you name it. Nobody will
go hungry. Perfect.
No, that's for good. That's for sure.
And what time does the sale start on Saturday?
We're going to do it right after lunchtime. We're going to start at 1:00 Saturday, so we don't have to stop for any interruptions.
Okay, nice. And the sale host, it's always the GNTLA, right?
Yeah, the Gulf Coast chapter of the TLBAA. Stephen Head has put together a good organization there. He's our president now, and we're definitely going to be the host for it.
And I think I misspoke. I think I said the GNTLA when I meant to say the TLBGCA.
There's so many different affiliates. Actually, we're one of the oldest and largest affiliates, but it's the Gulf Coast. It covers the Houston area.
Okay, nice. So how many years have you and the Winchester Futurity shared the same sale weekend?
I guess I was talking to Donnie Taylor about it last night. Probably 8 or 9 years that we've had since we've had the Winchester Futurity.
Nice, so quite a while.
It's been a good fit for us. I think a lot of people have found out that the futurities are a good fit for a cattle sale. It brings people in. A lot of people, the common interests of futurity brings a lot of people. It helps build a sale. It's a plus.
It does, for sure. So let's talk a little bit about years past. We'll reminisce a little bit. What was the first year that you helped at the sale?
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure of the year. It was 15 years ago, pretty close. The sale was at the George Ranch. There was a new association coming online, outfit called the TLMA, it was their inaugural year, and we partnered with them, or they partnered with us, whatever. I'm sure we were the little guy on the thing, but they had a sale at the George Ranch, and we were in the loop with them. We had our sale at the same place. Our cattle ran through the same time. Golly, Mark Chestnut was an entertainer that performed at it. All of the Longhorn big hitters. I can remember being introduced to Ben Gravitt down there. I'm like, golly, where'd this guy come from? He's something else. little did I know that with Ben, things never change. We miss him. But that was my introduction.
Nice. It sounds fun. And for years, you had the sale in Navasota.
Yes, we were. We were at Navasota for probably 5 or 6 years, and we hit a spot where we didn't feel like it was profitable. We laid off for a couple of years, and that's probably when I got more interested in the sales. I was instrumental in bringing the sale back, getting it back to Navasota, and getting it going again. That was, I don't know, probably 10 years ago.
Okay. And what roles did you play in the early years of the sale?
Probably the early years is probably what I should be doing now, staying out of people's way that are productive. We used to try to do a lot of cattle ranch tours, cattle tours, that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And golly, we found out what brings people together better is probably have our year-end meeting at a restaurant with an open bar and good food. That seemed to bring people together better than anything. That's become the staple of our annual meeting, and it's usually pretty good. It usually has 100 150 people in attendance, so that's been one of the things that we've enjoyed.
Well, nice. Well, good. So looking back over all the years that you've helped with the sale, can you tell us one of the funniest moments you remember?
Oh, Lord. I can remember not a sale, but an annual meeting where there was I'm not going to say funny, but really something I remember of an annual meeting where they didn't disagree on who the president was going to be and how it was going to be run, and the members voted, and it's like a sealed ballot deal, and they get everything together and they look at it and they decide who the new president is going to be, and the old president. As soon as it was announced in the middle of the meeting, he stepped out of the meeting, got in his vehicle and left, and called the new president and told him where all of the records and belongings and everything was out on the side of the road. they had to scramble and go get it. Another story about one of our old times. We had the sale in Navasota. There was very, very little places to stay. We found a local hotel there, and that was available to take people in. It was a Super 8, and we put some people there, and then we found out real quick that it was not a real tidy place to stay. I can remember Bob and Pam Loomis coming into town, unloading their cattle, going to the hotel, getting back in the car, looking for another hotel, and going back to Oklahoma, all in like a 2-hour period. They're like, we're not staying here. A lot of our staff we put in the hotel, and we still talk to them about it. And it's not even referred to as a Super 8 anymore. I think everybody just calls it the 8. There was nothing super about it.
No. I think I remember that hotel one year. That was just one year I stayed there.
You got a piece of the 8.
I did, yes.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Oh, memories.
Love what you're hearing? Be sure to check out our Pickup Truck Confessions. It's a video series where we hop in the truck or rental car and interview a variety of breeders about what drives their passion for their livestock. how they got started in the breed of their choice, marketing tips, and more. And now back to the podcast.
So I'm sure there's been times as you've been planning the sale and hosted the sale that things haven't always gone as planned. Do you remember any of those moments?
I can remember a bull that nobody could get a handle on. We ended up having to close all the gates outside of the pens because we couldn't contain him in a pen, and we ended up putting him in a trailer and parking him to the side until everybody was gone. 2 days later, we had I used to do the cow patty bingo,
Okay.
and which entails roping off a pen and putting the numbers on it and stuff, and putting the cow in it to poop to collect the bingo spot. And we had a donation heifer that we thought was in a pen there real close to where she'd be good to use for the cow patty bingo. So I laid out the pen, marked it and everything. I was ready for the cow. So I opened the pen, and she was a yearling heifer. She wasn't that big and didn't look that intimidating, but when she came into the pen, when she entered the pen, she ran over me going in it. And it kind of stunned me. And I guess I tucked and rolled. And about the time that I stood up and turned around to see where she was at, she was coming back out, and dang, she didn't get me again. So Donnie Taylor bought the heifer at the sale, and he said, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to put that heifer in your trailer and send her to your place and get one of your bulls to breed her for me. What would you charge for that? And I said, the breeding's free, but I want $200 for every time she runs over me in the next 9 months.
Did he take you up on it?
Yeah, not one I thought I'd be taking home.
Funny. So for those people that are going to the sale, what are some of the things to do nearby if they're looking for something else to do while they're in the area?
Well, it's a great place to have a sale because we have lots of motel room, lots of hotel room. There's even some 5-star hotels in the Bryan College Station area. There's a barbecue place there, and there's a few of these around Texas. If you live in the area, you may be familiar with Cooper's Barbecue. It's kind of a neat concept on a barbecue. You go into the facility, you walk out to the pit, you open the pit, you look at all the barbecue they have on the pit that they're cooking for that day. You pick out, point it at what you want. If you want a piece of it, all of it, whatever, they'll cut what you want, or pick up what you want. You take it inside, they weigh it and charge you for it. It's a real neat concept for barbecue. If it's coming to Texas, hit the Texas Barbecue, and it's right there on Highway 6, close to the sale barn, so it's easily accessible. Another item that would be worth looking at if you haven't been in this area before, the Texas A&M has a large animal facility at their university. You may have taken cattle there before. They're one of the greatest veterinarian clinics in the world, and they've even taken an elephant in there and worked on his issues. So they can, when they call it a large animal facility, they can actually handle anything. I've taken a cow there that had an issue having a calf, and I've been all through their facility. And as you sit in their lobby and look at it, it's open to the public. And depending on how busy they are, you can ask them to give you a tour. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. It just depends on what they have going on. But it's a facility, it's a veterinarian facility to work on any type of animal. And as you look at in the lobby at a lot of the documents and stuff that they have hanging in their lobby, they've worked on a lot of rodeo stock, a lot of bucking horses, a lot of stuff, athletic animals that have had a broken leg or something that they've taken in and patched. So if you haven't been through the large animal clinic or facility there at College Station at A&M, it's really a neat place to see, especially for people that are in the cattle business.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now I have a couple of trivia questions for you. They're all about the
Okay.
sale. All right, so the highest selling cow at the sale ever.
It would have been not probably at the gathering at some of our earlier sales.
Mhm.
I can remember two or three cash cows being in the same sale 5 years ago.
Mhm.
When we had the gathering with the Houston Rodeo, they generated some cows that hit the $40,000-$50,000 range, and that would have been our highest sellers.
Nice. And the most lots you've ever had in a sale?
5 years ago, we had 125.
That's a lot.
That was a handful.
What it was. And then the first cattle barn sale, do you remember the date, the year?
Uh, the we had been at the Navasota facility for a while. We had stopped having the sale. Laid off 2 years, and that's when I got involved in it and was instrumental in bringing the sale back and getting it started again. That was should have been 10 years ago.
Okay.
Thereabouts, right in that time span. But it was coming off of a deal where we did not have a sale for 2 years, and we changed the name of it and started new with the cattle barn sale.
Nice. So this one, you have to be completely honest with this next question. It's just the two of us talking, so no need to be shy. But do you enjoy working with Brent Bolin for the sale?
You know, have you ever heard of the statement that similar to herding cats? Brent is a gift to the industry. But in many ways he's like a cat. Many ways he's like a woman. No one is going to control Brent. He's independent thinking. He's a totally freelance guy. Whenever you've heard people talk about folks that are able to think outside the box. Well, there's no box in Brent's world. Brent does what Brent's going to do, and it's the common denominator is it's always for the best of the breed. He always, everything Brent does. I mean, even if it's personally, taking on these celebrities that he has to box with just to draw a crowd, he'll do it if he thinks it's going to bring more people into a sale and make the sale better. But having a sale without Brent it wouldn't be having one at all.
Oh, funny. He's a handful. That's for sure.
Oh Lord.
But we can't forget about your right-hand man during the sale, Steve Azinger. He plays a big part in helping you get the sale going too, right?
Yeah, we've got the A man is our technical guy. He does all of our computer stuff and fixes all of our flaws and keeps all of our paperwork flowing straight. One of the changes that we've made this year is adding Bear Davison to it and doing a Calcutta with our futurity. So Chase and Bear will sell the futurity animals as we judge them, and we'll actually have a Calcutta with the futurity, and that'll be a new twist for us. So we're looking forward to their help.
Yeah, that sounds like a new fun addition. Calcuttas usually get people excited.
If you pick the right cow.
Well,
All right.
Is there anything else you want to let people know about the sale that we maybe forgot to talk about?
It's a new location for us. Lots of motel rooms, lots of eating places. Should have moved this area a long time ago. It's tough for Longhorns to go to College Station, but I think it's going to be an improvement.
Well, good. And we look forward to seeing you on in a couple of weeks.
All right. Thank you a lot.
All right. Thanks, Rick.